Hi you guys, it's Wednesday, so you know what time it is. It's time for Sewonwednesday. My name is Lori. I just want to welcome you guys to my channel. This is a channel about Flosstube, hand embroidery, some vintage stuff, whatever I'm working on, quilting, whatever I'm working on, I want to be sharing with you guys. So I just want to welcome you again. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, I thank you for tuning in to me for the first time. I live in Texas. I live in Northeast Texas, and we're in the process of downsizing from our house. We have a two-story house, me and my husband, and this is my sewing room. And as you can see, it's pretty boring because I've packed up everything for us to get ready to move. We do not have a contract on our house yet, but we know that right person will come along. So I'm just continuing to pack up my house, sell some of my furniture. Like I said, we are downsizing to a smaller home, and we want to be ready when that right buyer comes so we can just be ready to move. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. I hope you guys are all staying cool. It is so hot. I'm looking outside. The sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky here in Texas, and it's going to be like 106 today. And it's been like that for the last 4 or 5 days. So I know the rest of the U.S. and part of the other side of the world in Europe is having a heat wave. So it's just hot everywhere. So I hope you guys are all finding a swimming pool or a nice air-conditioned place to stay, and hopefully everyone's electricity is on and their air conditioning is working. So, but anyway, it is July, so that's what happens in July. It gets really hot. But I've got a lot to share with you. Before I'm going to start showing you my cross stitch, I want to answer some of your comments. And I love your comments. I really do. I look forward to your comments. So some of you asked some questions, and I want to, or made some comments, and I want to reply on those. The last video, someone said they could not hear me. I'm sorry you could not hear me. There was a part in that video that either I started talking real soft or something happened with the volume, because I recorded on my phone. So what I've done, I put the volume on my phone very loud, well actually all the way up, and I'm talking louder, so hopefully you guys can hear me better. So let me know if you can't, but I'm a very, y'all said I was soft-spoken. I've never had anyone tell me I was soft-spoken before. I'm a pretty loud person, so, but anyway, that was sweet that you did tell me I was soft-spoken. I told my husband, I said, am I soft-spoken? He goes, well, you're pretty loud. I go, okay, well, someone told me I was. So anyway, just means I can be when I want to. All right, and the next question was, did I make the needle minder that was on the blueberry sampler? And the answer is yes, I did make that. That is actually from a pendant I bought from Hobby Lobby. And you just pop the back of it off and you just glue some magnets on there and you have a pendant. So yes, I'll be showing that again when I pull out my blueberry sampler to show y'all the update on my stitching from this past 2 weeks. So, and I'll make a comment about it again. But yes, I did make it, and you guys can do too. It's real easy to do. Like I said, you just pop the back of the pin off, and then you just glue your magnets on there with E6000 glue, and it's as simple as that. So, I had someone say something about English paper piecing, Hexies. And I've got a little bit of that going on. So I'm going to be showing that to y'all at the end of the video. My little Hexies I've been collecting. I started them, gosh, a few years ago, and I kind of stopped doing them. But I like to do anything that I can do in my hand, like yo-yos and the Hexies. So I've got a small collection, so I want to show y'all that at the end. Hello to Scotland. I got your comment that you're watching me from Scotland, and hello to Wisconsin. I get so excited when I see that people from all over the world is watching my channel. That just blesses me. So hello. Someone asked, where can I get the needle minder magnets? This is my little stash of needle minder 2Bs. I'm working on these. It's mainly jewelry in this box. Some of them's too big for a needle minder, so I'm gonna have to do something else with them. But as far as the magnets, this is how the container looks that the magnets come in, and there's not a name on them, but I've gotten some from a store called Harbor Freight that's real close to me. They sell tools, and they happen to have the magnets there at one time. Now, I've been there before, and they have not. But Amazon definitely is another place that you can get these magnets, which I've gotten them off there too. And I've got actually 2 different sizes that I work with. I'll show you. If I can get this lid off, I'll show you. Well, okay. You can only get one size, comes in 1 container. So, well, I can't even get these out because there's a magnet stuck on the bottom of this container. And I can't even get the magnets out of the container because of that one magnet. Really? I cannot even get it off, guys. Oh, well, forget about that. Let me see if I can show you another one. This one. Oh. And I'll tell you what, they make the caps on these things really hard to get off, but that's a good thing because you don't want any children getting near them. Okay, so this is kind of the size of the magnets. I got 2 different sizes in here. But like I said, each container comes in with one size. So you can get them really small or larger, which I'm not sure what size these are. But I will try to find them on Amazon and link them below if I can find them where you can go and get these magnets. But Amazon's a good place to check. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, I think that's it for all the comments and the questions from last video. Now I want to share with y'all, I've started 2 new starts. I've got some whips, hand embroidery, and some quilting, and a new purchase at the end of my video I want to show y'all. So, all right, let's get started. This first one I'm going to show you is a new start, and I did finish it. It is a free pattern from Tiger Lily's Designs, and it's called Bonnet Happy 4th. And I'm going to show you the graph because it is free. You can go out there and get it, which I'll list it below where you can go get this pattern. But isn't this cute? So cute. And all she did was list the color, just the shade of colors you needed, and I just picked out my DMC colors I wanted to use. So she basically said you need white, you need something for the skin, you need a color that's red, a blue, a gray, and a light blue. So, and she's also got one for spring, Sewonwednesday Spring. And this is actually from the quilt. There's a quilt pattern called Sewonwednesday. So I think it's so darling that Tiger Lily Designs did it into a cross stitch. So let me show you her. This was so fun to do. Here she is. Isn't she cute? I want to make this into a pillow. So like I said, this is a free one from Tiger Lily Designs. So you guys go out there and get it. It was a really fun one to do too. Really fun. I'm assuming since she's got one for spring and she's got one for the 4th of July, I'm thinking she's probably going to be putting one out for fall coming up, and then do one for Christmas or the winter. So I'll be looking for that. If she does, I'll let you guys know, because I'm going to be printing it off and doing it. Okay, this next one is a new start. And it's these stitch cards by Be in My Bonnet. This is the set M. And Dee, this came as Happy Mail, Happy Stitchy Mail from Dee. And I believe Dee lives in Washington State. I think that's where she lives. So thank you, Dee, again. I did finally get them started. I love the colors, and I've had so much fun doing them. And these stitch cards, I looked them up because I want to get some more. These stitch cards, like this is set M, and Lori Holt started them with set A, and she puts one out like every quarter, like every 3 months. She'll put a set out, and I think it's up to Q now, letter Q. And there's always 4 in the set that you can get. But I've done the strawberry and did the tea kettle, and I'm working on the teacup right now. And like I said, they come, let me show you these cards. This set came with, like I said, this is set M. This set came with, but she's got numbers. She's got them numbered too. Like this is number 49, Flowers and Berries. And on the back of this card is the actual graph, which I will not show you, but it's a colored graph, and it's really easy to read. So that's the Flowers and Berries. Kettles On, which is number 50, which I did. This one was so cute. Scrappy Strawberry, which is number 51. And Teacup, which is number 52. And I'll try to link these below too, where you can get these. I actually saw a set in Joann's about a month ago. I was surprised. They had Lori Holt stitch cards. It was just one of the sets, and it might have been this set hanging there by where the fabric, to cut the fabric at. And I was surprised because normally you don't see cross stitch patterns in Joann's, but it was the stitch cards. So, but thank you again, Dee. Oh, I guess I need to show you guys my stuff, what I did. Okay, this is what I did. Whoops, what is that, a thread? Yep. I did not zigzag the side of my 8 o'clock, which I should have done. I've got my sewing machine packed up, so I need to pull it out and zigzag because it's unraveling. But this is 14 count Aida I'm doing it on. And on 14 count Aida, the little stitch card, the little, let me see, what does it say? 14 count. Okay, on 10 count, it's 3.5 by 3.5. On 14 count, it's 2.5 by 2.5. And on 25 count, Lagana is 2 3/4 and 2 by 2 3/4. So I did this on 14 count, so it's 2.5 by 2.5. But isn't that cute? That's the strawberry. And that's the little tea kettle. And I've started the teacup up here. But I did this one the day before yesterday, and I did this one yesterday. You can do them in one day. So they're really, really cute. And the colors are so pretty too. They're all DMC colors. I'm doing this on vintage oat, that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I don't know if you can see the modeling, but it's like it's white with a beigey color in it. So I'm just pulled from my stash of 8 o'clock. So I am definitely loving working these stitch cards. Like I said, I want to get me some more. So there you have it. Be in my bonnet stitch cards, and this is set M. And I will try to link this below so you guys can go get you some. I think she has a club for these too. You can join the club and you get it like $2 off from the Fat Quarter Shop. And they'll send you the cards as they come out. So, and the colors are beautiful. Let me just show you the colors. I really like the colors that Lori Holt picked. Oh, what a mess. Lori, what a mess. I just threw my colors in here. My threads are a mess. Well, I'm going to show them to you anyway. There they are. blue and different shades of red. So, so pretty. So, so pretty. So those are my two new starts I did. I started. So the next one is a whip. These are my whips coming up. This one is so cute too. I only do cute stuff, y'all. At least I think it's cute. I only do cute things. All right. This is by Blackbird Designs. I am doing it on 14 count Aida Silver Fox from Fiber on a Whim. And I'm using all the DMC colors called for. And it's Frosty's Night Out. Isn't he a doll? I just think he's really, really cute. Well, I've got all this done right here. I've got part of his broom done, and I'm all the way down to here. So, actually, I've got the whole broom done. I'm down to his feet where the broom ends right there. So, let me show him off to you. I really like this Silver Fox Aida. It's so soft to work with. But there he is. Isn't he the cutest? Oh my goodness. I just love him. And this is actually put inside of a hat. I showed you guys last time that it's a paper mache box, and you buy a little wooden plaque for the rim of the hat. And the top part of the paper mache box, which is the lid, you stick that on the inside of the lid, and it kind of just sits down into the hat, and you pull it out, and there it is. I thought that was a cute idea. Not sure I'm going to do that, but I thought that was really cute. So anyway, this is Frosty's Night Out by Blackbird Designs. Super cute. Super fun to do. Y'all need to get this one. I'm going to try to have him done by my next video in 2 weeks. I am going to work hard on him and get him done. Get him done. Okay, my next one is Cherry Sampler by Sugar Stitches. I started this last year in May 2022. I'm using 14 count Aida. The color is Toast. And I'm using all DMC colors except for 3894 because that one's discontinued, and I'm doing 907 instead. So this is Cherry Sampler by Sugar Stitches. And I've been working on the border. I'm almost done with the border. I've got it all, well, at least the white part of it. I'm up right here, and I've gone all the way across here, and I've started filling in right here. So, and my sister, I have a sister, one of my sisters is a cross stitcher. She just started cross stitching right after I started, which was a little over 2 years ago. Actually, it'd be 2 years this month that I've been cross stitching. But she just started, recently, and she's working on the Cherry Sampler, and she's actually almost got it done. She's already got all this filled in, the border, everything. She says she's just got the cherries to do. So she's ahead of me on doing this, and she's really liking it. And I think Carolyn, my cross stitch buddy from Maryland, she's almost got it done. I know she's pretty close to completing this too. So I need to get with it. So let me show you how much I've got done and how much I've got left to do. There it is. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I love these colors. I love the shading on the cherries, and this is so yummy. That cake. But yeah, I've been working on the border. I've gone across, and I'm almost got it done over here. Then I need to fill in the pinks. There's different shades of pinks I'll need to fill in between here. As you can tell, you can see on the bottom there's pinks right here that's been filled in already. I need to do that all the way up. But I love the border, it looks like lace. And here, this is going to be all solid stitching with the word cherry. And it's got solid stitching with little flowers in it and like a creamy color. But that is so, so pretty. This is another fun one to stitch. Sugar stitches, cherry sampler. Almost got this one done. Almost. And on this toast Ada, it really is popping, especially the white. The white really pops. And I got that from Hobby Lobby, that Ada. I try to buy from Hobby Lobby as much as I can because I don't want them to discontinue their cross stitch section. I know I went in there, at least mine, near me, and it's gotten smaller, and I'm going, oh, no, no, no. This is where I buy a lot of my Ada because I'm an Ada girl. I mean, I will cross stitch on other things, but as far as me running out and buying Ada cloth, that's my go-to store is Hobby Lobby. So I want them to continue to sell it. I get my DMC threads mostly from them too. Okay, this next one is Tenderness of Heart by Twin Peak Primitives. And when did I start this? I started this on October of last year. I'm doing this on 16 count Ada in the color ivory. Well, it started out ivory and I coffee and tea dyed it. And I'm using all the DMC threads, which I've got them on floss away bags. These are my threads, which is quite a few with this pattern. And here's how she looks. And I've been working on the border. I've gone all the way across and I've gotten here and I got stuck on this. Wow, did I get stuck? I've done this 3 times now, still got off one count. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna have to frog it out again. So I hope it doesn't mess up my 8 o'clock because this is the 3rd time I've had to frog it out. And I started working on the saying down here. I got equal done 2 and I started on tenderness. So let me show her to you. Oh, I love this one. This one is really one of my favorites. So, oh, you know what? Let me take it out of this. Let me take it out of this hoop. I lost my needle minder back. Where's it at? I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it's in my bag. It's going to be kind of wrinkled because it's been in the hoop, but I want you to see the whole cross stitch portion of what I've done. And she's getting pretty big. She's going to be a nice size. Let me see if I can get this on this board so you can see her and see how pretty she is. Here she is. And this is the part, pardon the thread, this is the part I keep messing up on, so I'm going to frog it out again and I don't know, do a different approach. Maybe I shouldn't do the outside line. Maybe I should start in the center and then work my way out. Because by the time I get back over here, I'm off one count over here and doesn't meet up. So I'm doing something wrong. I got to figure it out, people. I got to figure it out. I'm trying to get her situated on here so she don't look so bad. But she's going to be wrinkled regardless what I do. But isn't she pretty? So I've got the border done all the way up here. Got stuck over here, but I will get that done. And I've added equal to and starting the word tenderness right here. She is going to be so pretty. So this is Tenderness of Heart by Twin Peak Primitives. She's coming along. Coming along just fine. Did I tell you what I'm doing this on? I don't think I did. Okay, 16 count Aida coffee tea stain that I did. And I started this back in October of last year. So that's the scoop on her. Been working on her almost a year now. I need to get her done. Uh-oh, I just heard my needle minder, the magnet that was on the back of that needle minder fall off my lap. So it was on my lap. Oh, well, I'll look for it after I get finished with the video. Okay, this next one is my Blueberry Sampler by Sugar Stitches. This one I started in June, so just a few weeks ago. I'm doing it on 14 count Aida in the color lavender, and I got the Aida cloth from Salty Yarns, and I'm using all the DMC colors that's called for, but I did substitute one, 744 instead of 743 is what I'm using. So this is the Blueberry Sampler by Sugar Stitches, and I'm working down here. And I've got this completed. I finished the berries, and I've started working on one of these plants, these little blueberry bushes. They're so cute. And let me show you what I've got here. I love the blue colors. Oh my goodness on this. So beautiful. And there's that needle minder that is just the pendant that I popped off the back. So isn't this beautiful? So I got this done, and I put some of the border right here, and started with this is one of the blueberry bushes, and I've started the next one. Isn't that cute? Just love the blues. Beautiful shading of blues in there. Another fun one to do by Sugar Stitches. The Blueberry Sampler. Really, really pretty. Okay, let's put this over here. Now that's it for my cross stitch. Now the next things I want to be showing you is got to do with hand embroidery, quilting, or whatever else I've been up to. All right. So first of all, I want to show you, I made a purchase off Etsy. I had this little baby doll when I was a little girl that me and my sister and brother, we all played with. We just, my sister and my brother was mama and daddy, and I worked the little baby doll. And I was the baby. So I worked the little baby doll. So anyway, we still have that doll. My baby sister has it. She has it at her house. And I've been wanting a doll, just like that, for me to have. And the one that we played with, it looks pretty rough. The eyes are, these dolls back in the 1960s, they had the sleepy eyes that would close and everything, and they get real cloudy once they get really old, or they've been out in the sun or just been in the heat. And it's been a long time looking, for me to find one that didn't have a problem with the eyes. So anyway, I finally found one the other day on Etsy, and I had to buy it. I told my husband, I said, I finally found that baby doll. Now, although this one's a little bit different that I'm going to show you, the legs bend on this. You can set this doll down. Mine did not. The doll that me and my family, my sister and brother played with, did not. It was just one solid doll. The arms or the legs did not bend. It just stood up all the time or laid down. But this particular one was made in 1957. The one that I would have been playing with would have been the late 1960s. So, but was close enough, and I had to get him. So I just got to show him to you. Isn't he a doll? Isn't he a doll? Yes, he's a doll, all right. Isn't he adorable? His eyes are really clear, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. So I had to get this little baby doll, and it's from it was made in New York City, and it's from the Sewonwednesday Sunbabe Company, and the maker name is Ruth Newton. So, and he squeaks, and the doll that we played with as kids squeaked too. So everything was the same about him. It's just that he's a little bit older than the one that I played with. And his little legs bend and everything. So, but he is so cute. So I'm hoping to display him or her. It's a girl. This one's a girl. The one that we actually had, it was a little boy because he was dressed in blue when we got him. And this one's got a little pink diaper on and pink little gown. So this is a little girl one. But anyway, they look exactly the same, pretty much. So you can only tell by what they're dressed in, what they're supposed to be. But I'm going to put him, hopefully, if I have a sewing room in my next house, he's going to be sitting on my bookshelf or right behind me. So anyway, little baby. I love anything from the 1950s or 1960s. I just love it. I think that's why I like hand embroidery so much too, is because I love the vintage stuff. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is my hand embroidery. I been working on this one. This is Topsy. It's a free pattern from Supermom with No Cape. And this is, I've already did Eva, and this is Topsy. And I haven't got much done on it. I did do her bonnet and got a seal to her eye and mouth. But I noticed she doesn't have an eyebrow up here. So I need to fix that. So anyway, that's her. Because the pattern doesn't have it on there either, but Eva has one. Has just one above that one eye. But anyway, there she is. Eva. No, this is Topsy. Topsy by Supermom No Cape website. It's a free pattern. That one. And this one I drew up by myself. I had a vintage Christmas card and had a snowman on it. And I love the little snowman's face. So I drew up a hand embroidery pattern and I finished it. And here he is. Isn't he cute? Oh my gosh, I love the way he turned out. He looks so jolly and happy. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I'm just going to put it with the rest of my hand embroidery, and I'll get to it one day and make something special from this. But I just love this. Like I said, I love anything vintage. So that's that. Put this over here. And the next thing I want to show y'all is, and I don't think I've shown y'all this before. I was packing upstairs, one of my closets upstairs. And I came across this. I go, oh my goodness. I started making this in the late 1980s. It was a kit I got from a craft store, and I'm not sure what craft store I got it from. But it came with a stamped, it's a quilt. It's a small quilt, and it came stamped so you can hand embroidery. And it almost looks like cross stitch because they're all X's on this, but it's hand embroidery. And it took me about 5 or 6 years to completely do this. And let me show you. And I didn't do the best job. This traveled with me wherever we went. We moved a couple of times. My husband was transferred to another state during this time that I was working on this. And And I just wanted to get it done, so I just think that was the case. Now, if I did something like this again, I have a little bit more patience, but my kids were little when I was doing this too, so I have a feeling I got in a hurry a few times, but I think it still overall turned out really, really pretty. But like I said, it took a long time, and it is a lot of hand embroidery on this. So, I don't know if I can get it. I may have to stand up. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to stand up so you guys can see it. But it's a quilt, and all this is hand embroidery. They're little X's. That's a corner, and this is the center, and this is a corner, and this is on every corner. So there was 4 of these and 4 of these to do, and then in the middle they've got hearts, and then in the center of it, it's got this big fan with that same flower and ribbon. There. See if I can. Let me move back a little bit more, see if you can see the whole thing. Nope, still can't get it in there. Oh well. Isn't that pretty? And that was a lot of work. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. A lot of DMC threads. I'm trying to remember if it came with the threads or not. I can't remember. I just know it was a lot of threads, DMC colors and threads I had to use for this. And then it even had, it's got batting in it, it's quilted, it's a quilt. It's got the backing is just white. And this is the binding on it. Actually, my cross-stitch buddy, Carolyn, helped me with this binding on this. But on the pattern itself, it's stamped on where to hand stitched or hand quilted all this with where they had it stamped. So it would have a design on it. See the design? So can you see it? You can see the design that goes around the heart here. It's a really, really pretty design. And like I said, I did this all by hand. All by hand. So I came across this, like I said, while I was packing. Oh my goodness. And my kids, they both, you know, they're grown now, but they both remember me working on this because we'd be watching TV and I have this on my lap. And like I said, this went on for about 5 or 6 years. So my daughter goes, Mama, don't ever get rid of that. I want it. I said, okay, honey, it's yours. When I'm ready to get rid of it, I'll pass it to you. I don't even know if they make things like this anymore that you can buy and quilt. I know I've seen baby quilts for baby beds, for cribs that you can buy, but I don't know if I've seen the lap quilts that you can buy as a kid or anything anymore. I'll have to look for those. I'm just curious. So, and the next thing I want to show y'all, I was packing. I came across these too. Just a little bit of crochet. Now I didn't do these. My mother-in-law did these, and she's in heaven now. But anyway, she made these for my daughter when she was born. And I think this is the only thing I've ever seen her crochet was these little jackets. And she made 2 of them. And I just can't get rid of them. Just the fact she made them. They're just so precious and they mean so much. This one's got some stain on it. I'm not sure where it came from, but isn't this cute? It's got little pom-poms on the sleeves and around the top where it closes. So, so pretty. So I'm going to keep those and put those in a special place. And I found these that she made, which these are so beautiful. They're crocheted little booties. I'm trying to, they're crochet little booties, and they got little tiny flowers right here in the front. And my daughter actually wore them when she was a newborn. But aren't these darling? I just can't get rid of them. So I may put these in a shadow box. I think these will be so pretty in a shadow box displayed. So I'm finding all kind of neat treasures while I'm packing. I'm telling you that I had forgotten about, that I had kept, that just means something. They're just very special to me and to my family. Homemade stuff is just so, I mean, they're heirlooms. That's all I can say. You'll get rid of stuff that you bought in the store, but when someone goes through the trouble and makes you something out of pure love for you, I mean, it's really, really special. So I plan to keep those and just give them to my daughter one day, since they were hers. Okay, the next thing, like I said, one of you guys commented that y'all started English, y'all like the English paper piece, and I had saw a YouTube video on this, and I've seen many quilts done with these Hexies, and I thought, how cute are those? So I figured out how to do it. I started making my little Hexies, and it's taken me a while. I found a website. It's called thewidowmarket.com. Let's get, this has got a hole right there, a punch hole there, and they offered the Hexie pattern for free. So what I did, I just printed it off, and I printed out it was like a page with like 10 of these on there. I printed out the page and cut them out on cardstock. I used cardstock that I printed it on. And then they said to punch a hole right here. I put the hole puncher on it. That way, once you attach it to the back of the fabric, you can, and you got it sewn, you can just pop them off. You can just reach in there and pop them off real easy by that hole being there. But, so that's where I get my Hexie designs from. Pattern is from this website, thewidowmarket.com, which I'll link this below if I can find it. But this is my little, that's all I've got of the Hexies that I've got done. And I'm trying to put them by color. So, and I have, like I said, I haven't really done anything with them. I did sew this by hand together, which I messed up because I removed the paper off the back of them, and now the ones that are on the edges, on the outside edge, is coming undone because I haven't sewn them yet. So I probably shouldn't have done that yet. Like I said, I'm still learning how to do this, but aren't those pretty? And I did one with the white, and I did leave the cardboard. I started taking it off this one. I go, nope, I took it out, and I let the paper on the rest of them attach. So I'm going to do that. So I think I need to leave the paper attached. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is new to me, and I just wanted to get a bunch of them made up and then learn how to piece them actually together. So, but I love making the Hexies. I do. And I use this glue stick. I found this from Joann's. It's pretty expensive. They still sell them too. I just saw one the other day. But I use this glue stick to glue my fabric onto the cardstock. So that's what I do. I just fold it down, and it dries clear. So anyway, so that's my Hexie story. That's all I've got done, and maybe one day I'll get back to making some more and see if I can make something from them. So, but right now I'm focusing on my yo-yos. So, my yo-yos, I'm trying to find a place for all this stuff, y'all. My yo-yo update is I've got 86 yo-yos. I was just trying to figure out how to store them right now. I've got 86 yo-yos, and this is how much I've got left to go on that 1 yard of fabric, this color. And that's all my yo-yos. My yo-yo update. I'm not sure how many yo-yos I'm going to need to do a yo-yo, a small yo-yo quilt. I'm going to have to figure that out. So, I think Carolyn at one time told me how many I needed, because the yo-yos are 2 inches in diameter. So anyway, I'll have to figure that out, but I know I'm not anywhere close to what I need to make anything right now, so unless it's really, really small. So, well, that's it for my video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks, unless something comes up that, you know, with my house. You know, we're living day to day concerning that. So, but anyway, you guys stay cool out there and keep on stitching. Remember, 1 stitch at a time will get you there, 1 stitch at a time. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, bye-bye now.